The fate of the lost MH370 flight has proven to be one of the greatest aviation mysteries of the modern era. The flight disappeared from radars on March 8, 2014, not long after taking off from Kuala Lumpur en route to Beijing. What happened to the Boeing 777-200ER and the 239 people on board is unknown, but the incident has sparked a wild goose chase for the truth that shows no signs of stopping even 7 years on from the tragedy. Now, Andrew Milne of Unicorn Aerospace believes he and his team may be close to solving the mystery. According to the MH370 investigator, he has uncovered satellite imagery of what he described as an impact event deep in the jungles of Cambodia. He told Express.co.uk he cross-referenced the images with his contacts in the U.S. Pentagon and White House, and intends to launch a helicopter recon mission early in 2022. The MH370's last crew communique was recorded over the South China Sea, about 38 minutes after takeoff. Shortly after, air traffic controllers lost track of the plane, but it was still tracked by military radar for about an hour. Radar data indicates the plane wildly deviated from its planned route and vanished some 200 nautical miles northwest of Penang Island, Malaysia. Mr. Milne, however, believes the plane may have crashed over Cambodia, which sits just northeast of Malaysia, in between Thailand and Vietnam. This comes after some evidence emerged to suggest the lost plane was last pinged over the country, but that the information was initially disregarded. The investigator said, "My Pentagon contact basically ordered me to get a covert recon team on the ground as soon as possible. 2 teams were eventually formed by hands down the best covert recon crew I have ever handled, who after months of planning went into the Cambodia jungle last Monday and established the crash site is virtually impossible to get to on foot, and then sent in a surveillance drone to confirm the state of the crash site, which has now become completely grown over with jungle vegetation. Which means, the only way anyone is getting to that site now is by a recon helicopter. That is being worked on now. I am also going to reach out to the military SAT intel players of China, Russia and the US and request a remote sensing sweep that will pick up from space the suspect mass of aluminium and titanium on the ground that is under the jungle canopy. I recall that the last signal actually received from MH370 to the Malaysian Ops Control was in fact from Cambodia, but was mistakenly ignored because the alleged Inmarsat South Indian Ocean data was deemed as being more reliable, which we all know now how that MH370 search mission ended in total failure. According to the investigator, the satellite images he shared show a before and after of the purported crash site, before and after MH370 went missing. He believes the images, when compared, reveal something struck this part of the jungle. Another image he shared appears to show a 1:1 scale layout of a Boeing 777 to the site, which Mr. Milne said matches the scale size of Malaysia flight MH370.